Take a look at your screen as video shows protesters setting American flags on fire outside of the Capitol in Washington after a speech from Israel's prime minister.
Hello, everyone. We are in Washington, D.C. The Prime Minister of Israel gave a speech here, and his speech was powerful. It was historic. The only world leader that's been speaking to the combined Congress 4 times, more than Winston Churchill. It was significant that he's here, and so many of our congresspeople, congressmen, congresswomen, senators, standing and applauding time after time. The closest ally to Israel is the United States. And I was ashamed that a number of Democrats didn't attend. And the one that should have been there, Kamala Harris, wasn't there. That was a slap to Israel. And I'm afraid if she ever were to be president, that our relations with Israel that are already on the brink could be completely destroyed. We need to stand with Israel. And after a watch party where we had evangelical leaders, Christian leaders, and Jewish people together watching this event in DC, we decided to go out and confront the protesters. There were a group of people, one was an IDF soldier, that have been going out and talking to these pro-Palestinian, anti-Israel, and often pro-Hamas protesters. So we're going to go with them, we're going to follow them, and we're going to show you the ignorance. A lot of these people, they don't know the issues. And as we talk, it gets scary. Some people that we were with are going to get spat on. And this is Jew hatred, this is anti-Semitism, this is anti-Israel, and we need to stand against that. As Christians, we need to stand up for Israel and the Jewish people. So check this out.
Can you name the word?
Hey.
You're not a woman, you're a man.
Hey. Don't spit. Don't spit.
Around 200,000.
Where'd you get that number from?
It's common sense.
Where'd you get that number from?
This is a UK source.
Supporting America and America's best ally.
America's best ally in terms of what? They got you guys in all this trouble.
I thought, are you not an American?
I'm an American, yeah.
Why'd you say you guys?
Because America, because of my people. My parents are from Palestine. We came here because where are they supposed to go? Oh, of course I'm American. I support America. I wish America supported America too. Palestine.
No, they don't see what network.
I know. Hey, free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Tell me where you're, what town? Like, are you from? You were born there? And they came here? Why did they come?
The land got stolen. In 1948, my grandpa, all of them got sent out. Some of them to Gaza, some of them to the West Bank. We were fortunate to even get in the West Bank to even come here.
Do you know, like, the history of 48? Like, why does Israel accept it? Israel accepted the partition plan?
Who gave it away? Who gave
The United Nations.
United Kingdom.
United Nations.
They want to record you. They want a reaction.
If you're Palestinian and you really I really don't. I'm not.
Why the cameras are here? Why the cameras are here?
I came to find out what your grievances are.
Free Palestine. That's our grievance.
What have been your experiences post Netanyahu's speech? This one guy with his shirt off said his parents were born in Jerusalem, and so I don't think he really understands the issues, because he didn't understand what 1948 was all about, and he didn't understand the real history there. So do you think that's part of the issue with people, is they just really don't know the history of everything?
I think that.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were my boys.
No, I'm definitely not one of your boys. I think that people here, first of all, they don't know the history. Okay, it's an emotional argument. People are talking about. They're doing a lot of copy paste of what they hear online. You know, they don't. I really understand that they were both Jews and Palestinians living in Israel before before 1948. They don't understand that before there were Jews and Arabs living there. They're peaceful, not so peaceful. And they don't understand, they don't accept the fact that Hamas and the Palestinians most of the Palestinians have a dream of destroying the Jewish people, destroying the state of Israel. It's not so hard, but it's very hard for them to accept when we ask them about if they accepted October 7th, if they condemn it, if they agree with it. Everyone's saying they agree with it. Everyone's saying that rape is haram, but in this case, it's okay.
Well, swing the cameras over. Yeah, you guys come over here a second. So how about all three stand together?
And sick people we're dealing with in America. This is not even.
You would be a good IDF soldier. I saw you
fighting.
Jordan.
This is not even Jordan. This stuff is happening on American soil. We have terrorist supporters on American soil saying they love Hamas. They love women being raped. They love babies being beheaded. We have men spitting on me, and this is what we have in America.
And that's a representation of what's going on in Gaza. You think that they treat women here badly? You saw that they did.
And they're okay with that.
Imagine what's going on in Gaza. We all know what's going on. And this is just, it's something that they're fighting for. They have no clue what's going on. Every time, we debunked one of their myths, I asked them to show me proof. Show me proof of the tens of thousands of Palestinians that were being raped in the hall. Show me one case. We didn't get one.
Their proof is in the UN.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That is their proof. Whatever the UN says, that is their proof. So who is funding the UN?
Great question.
Great question.
Who are their sources?
Al
Jazeera. Al Jazeera is the most credible source.
Correct.
Who's funding Al Jazeera?
Correct.
And even the Hamas depicted all of the gruesome footage on their own GoPro.
You got it.
GoPros. They put it on social media. This is not even the Israeli government or the U.S. government taking any of that footage. They recorded themselves beheading babies and raping women. And these people do not want to believe it. It is cognitive dissonance. If you don't believe what Hamas did on October 7th, it is cognitive dissonance. You are not believing the truth.
Okay, so let me go to this story between you two, right? So Elisheva made jewelry before everything.
I mean, I still kind of do,
Right, but you were
a little bit. We've been leaving that.
Yeah, you were in contact. So, and I think you got the new necklace.
I just got my beautiful brand new necklace.
Okay, so you guys just tell us the story. Kind of walk it through how you guys got to know each other. How did we end up on a street corner? Yelling and screaming at people that are not sane. Like, how did this happen? Because it's a really amazing story of love and compassion.
Right, so I was a soldier in Gaza. I went and I fought in the war, and after Gaza I couldn't just go back to living my normal life, working in a tech job. So I came back to America to fight the war against anti-Semitism. I don't really love protests, so here and there I go to one. One Saturday, there's this huge protest at Times Square in New York, and it's Shabbat, so no Jews are going to be there. My friend calls me up and says, Noy, you got to come to this protest. It's about 5,000 Palestinian protesters, and we're not standing on the side. We go in with our flags into the heart of the protest. Honestly, it was kind of scary, but we were there, and it started to get violent. It was 4 of us, and it was people were pushing and spitting, and then all of a sudden I see someone go up to my necklace and just throw it on the ground. And of course they were pushing, Free Palestine from Hamas. Anyway, so
Stop supporting rapists! Stop supporting rapists!
All right.
Stop supporting rapists!
All right. I get home and I realize that my necklace, there's no Jewish star there.
Let me stop a second. I'm sorry that you got spat on. I mean, to me, that's the ultimate insult, and you have every right to be incensed, not just by that, but by all of this. So we're standing with you. We're standing with all of you. This story, though, to me this is the right thing to do. Okay, so your necklace gets ripped off.
I make this video showing the people that you can rip my necklace off, but you're never gonna rip my pride off of me. And then a few days later, or the same day, I receive an Instagram message.
That was for me.
Okay, pick it up.
Now, I've never heard of Noy. I never knew who he was, but somebody took a video or resent your video to me saying, oh, this poor man, his necklace was ripped off. He needs a necklace, and I do jewelry. So right off the bat, I said, oh my gosh, we have to make him a Star of David. That's what was ripped off. So we got to work. I contacted Noy and I said, show me what your Star of David looked like. And so you sent me a photo of it, an older photo. And I think you probably thought that nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
from that. How many people are...
To be honest with you, a few people messaged me and I was like, okay, I'll send a photo, but I'll never hear from this random woman again.
So we ended up coming up with something. I think I was showing you some CAD images and some pictures of ideas of what we were going to do. And then everything started rapidly becoming more insane, I think, in Israel with Lebanon and Gaza and all of that. We started hearing more stories, and you were called back right away. So before this necklace was finished, Noy was called back into reserves, and he had to go and fight. And I was like, okay, it's okay. One day we're gonna meet, and I'm gonna give you this necklace.
Okay, hold your thought. So you went back a second time. You're totally volunteering. I mean, you're like you're going into literally really, really bad situation. Your friend, I think, is still in the hospital from the north.
My friend got injured on the third day we were there. He got into a coma for a month and a half, and he's still in really rough condition.
And you're not thinking about a necklace at all now, because you're
not
like,
at all.
Yeah.
Thinking about are we gonna have tuna for lunch, or are we gonna have something better,
or are we even gonna survive?
Meanwhile, I'm texting you while you're fighting. Don't worry, I've got your necklace.
No, but seriously, I mean, there's compassion and kindness in that, and that's the story of you guys. Okay, so then
what happened? So then I'm scrolling on Instagram, and I see that Noy is in an airport that looks like he's flying somewhere, which means that he must be finished with reserves, and I don't know where he's going. So I texted Noy and I said, okay, where are you off to? I see you're at the airport. He said, I'm going to New York and then I'm going to Washington. I said, when are you going to be in Washington? So he said, I don't know, I'm trying to get in. And I said, but I'm going to be in Washington. So we made up that we were going to connect, and I was going to give him his necklace. So, I mean, I think a lot more happened, because of this necklace. You were able to speak and say your story to lots and lots of people live, and I don't know. I'm just in awe.
Okay.
I really am. I'm just in awe. So what we did first off in the back of it.
I haven't seen this necklace. You just put it on me like a second ago.
It's really cool.
So in the back of it, we have Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai means Israel.
Long live Israel.
Long live Israel. Israel should live. And I put on it. See, now it's twisted because it's upside down. But I put a ruby for good luck, because that's our, good luck charm.
No one's given me a ruby before.
Well, guess what? You just got a ruby. It's in the back of your star. And then what we did was, what I thought to do, we have our Jewish star that's kind of hugging our land of Israel. So we did, just to make it more masculine, some black diamonds and some sapphires. And that just shows who we are. We are always, a part of our lands. We are, Yisrael, we are one also. We are just one nation all together, a unity, which is, I think that's who we are. At the end of the day, we just want to take care of our brothers and our sisters and our soldiers and the hostages and the families that were displaced. Anything and everything that we can do, I feel like, and I say this all the time, as a mother, put me in a suitcase, let me fight with you. Just anything
both of
that
you would
we
be
can
amazing
do.
fighters. I
Yeah,
saw you
but
guys, how you
mothers.
stood up.
We're both mothers. We have no choice. We know that it could be our sons on the front line. We know it could be our daughters on the front. It could have been our daughters who were raped. It could have been our families that were taken. And we know that we're all connected, and it affects every one of us. And so we have to fight. We have no choice left.
We don't have a choice left. Not for our survival. It's for our pure survival of ourselves, of our children, and of their children. We know what it is. We know what it is. We have it in our blood.
The Jewish people are the indigenous people of Israel. I mean, the whole world wants indigenous rights, and your history, everywhere we go in Israel, where I go with archaeologists, they dig down, they're finding Jewish history. Any lower levels are people groups that don't exist anymore.
Correct.
So you have the right to all the land, and we as Christians count it a privilege to stand here with you and fight with you. We really do. So
We feel
I'll be honest, as an Israeli, someone who spends a lot of time in Israel, who was just there for 9 months, we don't really experience the anti-Semitism, and we don't know who our allies are. Today, when I was in that room today, when we had several speakers, not Jewish, showing their support for Israel. It's something that we don't really know. Like, some of us know in America, but in Israel, not all of us know. And just to hear everyone's word of how much you support us and how much you're there for us, I'm telling you, it's the best feeling I've had in months. I couldn't believe at how strong you were supporting us. Yeah. And we need it. You know, we're strong people, but you saw what's going on today. You saw the protests. We need the Christians and all the other allies, and it's thanks to people like you and your communities that support us. I mean, that's how we're gonna win, with the allies and with ourselves. So thank you.
Am Israel Chai.
Am Israel Chai.
And you have a really cool necklace, and it looks like it's pretty stout. Like that chain, they're gonna have a hard time trying to get that thing off.
Yeah, yeah. They can't rip that off.
And if they do,
she probably made like razor blades on the point, so if someone grabs it, they'll cut their hand.
They're invisible, but they are there. They're there, like porcupines.
With a mother's love.
They can try, but no chance. I've been posting videos and pictures daily of what's going on from the inside, showing you something that you probably won't see on, your local news channel, and that's.
And on Instagram, what they have done is they've shadow banned a lot of his content because he's showing what's really going on. So from the battlefield, literally, you can't change what's going on, and they've completely shadow banned. So we need everybody's support so that Noy doesn't get shadow banned. I think as a jeweler, I myself, that really also, I'm not on the battlefield, but I'm Jewish, and I've seen my own page has also been shadow banned. If we support any Jewish content right off the bat, we're already getting reported, and we're already getting name called and anything else like that. So we just try to do the best we can to get our message out, the truth out to the public, so that they can see what they're not showing on mainstream media, which is exactly what Noy does. He shows what they don't show on mainstream media, because this is real and raw footage.
And the messages that I get, I mean, luckily I was not shadow banned when we connected, because this would never happen, but the messages that I get from the non-Jews, from the Christians, from the allies that are showing their support from Israel, it motivates me to keep going. I show my friends in the IDF, they're like, since when do we have so many Christian allies? Why are they sending you this? Why do they care about us as people? And it's just, that's what strengthens us. So that support from your community is, it's amazing.
Well, it went from 1,000 years ago, Christians doing awful, horrible, heinous things, or so-called Christians, to the Jewish people, and I hope that this is a whole new chapter. We're sorry for all of that, but today here we are. As I read my Bible, my Jesus is Jewish. And so was his legal father and earthly mother, and all of the people surrounding him is all Jewish. So I have everything to thank for my Jewish friends. So
we
God
appreciate
bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank your community. And for me personally, thank the both of you for making this happen. You are creating bridges between the Jewish and non-Jewish communities, and that's how we're going to win, because of people like you.
Pastor Scudder and I work for an organization called Israel 365, and what we do is we create friendships between the Jewish community and the Christian community all over the world. I'm actually the Midwest director for Israel 365, and this is what we do. We have Shabbatons together with Christians and Jews. And
the world needs to see this. I'm telling you, your world sees it, and my world doesn't. If we knew how much support this was going on, I think we would be much prouder of people. Jews don't know that we have so many allies. They don't know.
We will have to show them.
We will.
We do.
We will get this out.
Together.
We will get
okay.
this out. We will do it together.
Many blessings, guys. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so sad that in America, in the capital of our country, people can act so awful. Defacing statues, taking down the American flag and putting up a Palestinian flag. This is the United States of America. This is unacceptable. What is the answer? Well, the answer isn't yelling and screaming and defacing property. The answer is there is hope and there is salvation. The Bible has the answer. The Bible says that God would bless the entire world and save the world, those that would accept his free gift through the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There was one born in Israel, fulfilling all the prophets. His name was Jesus, or Yeshua as it is in Hebrew. The Bible says that he came and died and rose again. I believe that. I've trusted in him as my Savior. And I have peace. Even in the midst of conflict, even in the midst of argument, we can be calm because we know ultimately God's in charge, God's in control, and I have the peace of God in my life. But I still want to stand up for the Jewish people. I want to push back against anti-Semitism, anti-Jewish hatred, and let us not let America be taken in that direction. So may God bless the United States of America. May God bless Israel, and may God bless you. Don't forget to check out some of our other InGrace resources. We've got a lot of products that you can get, really helpful stuff that will help you understand Israel and everything that's over there. And we also have a lot of other resources that you can watch on our YouTube channel. We've got all sorts of adventures, and I invite you to check out all the stuff that we have there. So again, may God bless you. If you've been blessed by this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate that so much. God bless.